can tell you that I'd quite happily swap that name for Rattlesnake for Vexstar, really. I think he would be the MVP to look out for.
Weber playing for Vexstar. I thought he was replacing Connor on the Fish side.
Yeah, so those are the wrong way around. So basically, it's Weber for Fish, and it'd be Rattlesnake for Vexstar.
Yeah, I think the overlays are a bit messed up.
Overlays a little bit skewed, but
HUD's,
it's fine. So we're gonna jump into the knife round and get this game finally under the way. Apologies about all. Oh, in fact, the knife round's already been done. I've just been informed we are going live, so the game is underway. Apologies about the delays, ladies and gentlemen, but we are here. We are onto the server. We're ready to get some Counter-Strike action going down.
Yeah, and straight off the bat, Sliggy, he's just going to be executing Robin there over towards middle. And this is just a straight-up long push here from Fish. They've mounted most of their players here, and they're just going to be taking the initiative here, but no CT defense. They've all backed off to the site as well, so it's not going to be any picks here other than Sliggy's original one. As we can already see the rotation, at least from Vexstar. They're pushing Rattlesnake through the T-spawn. He may be able to catch out this mid-aggression as well, as we can see these terrorists on the Fish side. They are taking their time to push up long, so Rattlesnake having a really good position to come in from behind.
Good defensive positions here coming out from Vexstar. They are very aware that this is going to be a long push. Keita slowly but surely edging his way around, and this is going to be the moment for them. The smokes come out. Rattlesnake sneaking up from behind, has been spotted out by Windansky. Cannot take the duel. Gets Windansky down to 7, but has to back away in the end. Keita trying to finish off the kill and will be able to do so with the Glock, and that's going to mean the bomb will go down. We're going to have Bishop, though, hanging around the side, looking for a shot to an opponent. I don't think he's going to find it, though, as Mighty Max finds him. The tense music comes on into play. It is going to be Rattlesnake, the last man remaining. He gets taken down by Keita. We'll be able to turn that music off for the next round for you guys.
I'd like to request a music removal from the client, because that's quite painful.
Yeah. At least it adds to the suspense of the situation.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we will be able to turn that music off once again for you guys, moving on into the next couple of rounds. But that's alright. But here we go. Rifles coming into play for Fish123 now as they push on towards long.
Yeah, apparently we're getting the music sorted, guys. But anyway, back into the game. And Fish just taking the initiative, pushing all the way up long. It's not going to be any issue here. Again, only against pistols from Vexstar. But as we say, that Cryptics, he's going to be able to drop Sliggy there with that Deagle. And the flank, once again, going to be coming out likely as we see some mid-aggression from Vexstar. Or they could just push up short here. Bomb going down on the site, though, for Fish. They've got the control. And it's going to be the retake for Vexstar. But they're playing from the back foot, fighting an uphill battle here as Fish have all the control of the site.
I'm almost sad that the music's gone now. It was so tense, just getting my heart beating. Here we go, Keita down to 20 HP, will get finished off by Rattlesnake. Does get tagged down pretty heavily with Dansky's on the side with the Galil, but gets finished off. Cryptics is the one with the pistol. Mighty Max now last man remaining. They're lining up, but he can't get the spray. Does get a hat trick for himself, but it's not enough to win the round.
Bit of a positioning issue there from Fish. The bomb went down over towards a safe area, and then they had 2 players over towards long. I'm not too sure what the setup was meant to be there, but they still had the utility to at least smoke off short to allow some kind of long plant. But if you go for a safe plant, you have to have all your players either in CT or on the site for the defense, because Mighty Max was not in a position there to stop the bomb. And had he have been in the site or the bomb had been planted for long, that could have been a completely new doable situation now. But regardless, Fish getting the bomb down are going to be going for the force. They've got a couple of scouts and they've got a couple of pistols to complement the rifle on the Mighty Max side as well. But Vexstar, they've got a far more dominant buy here. SMGs and scouts galore.
It's going to be Robin Nasty trying to use those SMGs to great effect. Windansky has to back away. He's down to 31 HP. They might be able to capitalize on this push though, but I don't think so, as Robin Nasty pushes forward with the UMP and grabs himself up a couple of kills. That is bad news for Fish123, and Vexstar looking very confident in this round. Rom waiting around the corner and should be able to shut down Keita, but the headshot comes on through. Tech9 coming into play, and it almost evens things up now. Fish still in this round.
Yeah, and Vexstar obviously with a man advantage, but these scouts are going to be perfect picking machines. But maybe for the CT side, as Cryptics, he's going to eliminate 2 in middle. The Molotov just burning Mighty Max to a crisp, and Weber with no armor left, and just a scout with the bomb down in mid for the CTs has to come back from a huge deficit. Maybe able to catch that 1 kill, but Rattlesnake just going to get the better of him, missing a key shot there. And Vexstar, they're going to be able to grind 2 rounds together here. 2-1 now. Fish have to go for the eco, and you can imagine they won't be investing too much into this round as their money is at a bit of a deficit here. We do see a Deagle on Windansky, P250 on Sliggy, but by and large, it's going to be nothing for the T side.
Yeah, PP isn't coming out, or Bison, I'm never sure which one
Bison,
it is.
Yeah.
Coming out from Robin Nasty. Obviously, against this full eco from Fish, that's going to be able to tear through members. Horrendous when you're against armoured opponents, but if not, pretty decent weapon and obviously massive clip size as well. But here we go. Fast push comes through straight down mid here. Rattlesnake has been caught out, but doesn't actually go down in the end. Look at this spray coming across. It's Rattlesnake and Bishop pick up 2 apiece. Then suddenly Windansky finds himself all alone in the world.
Yep, and no armor to work with as well. This is just going to be one fatal bullet is all needed to take him down. And there we go, Bishop lands it right in his face. And Vexstar, they pull together 3 rounds. It's a really nice start here for the CT side. And I mean, you often talk about, you know, how important winning the pistol is. But I feel like if you look into the economy and at least how the terrorists buy up, if you win the pistol round and then lose the second round, it's more favourable to the force buying team, actually, in terms of economy and getting them a head start. And you can see that's definitely coming into play with the 3-1. But now, obviously, we see this buy from Fish, but countering it, it's going to be Bishop. He will be pushing up mid for a bit of information, but after that, just laxing back to the CT spawn. And Vexstar, they have got a bit of an interesting setup here. No short control, and while they may have this mid spot player who's going to be Bishop, he's not going to get the information. They can easily just sneak their way up short without any counter aggression here from the CT side. So it could be dangerous, but I can imagine they will be rotating back their double long stack in terms of Rom and Robin. So they have a bit of short control. As you can see, Fish are going to be putting a bit of pressure early on towards middle.
Speaking of short, we are going to see Windansky starting to push up. A couple of flashes out and just trying to gain more and more ground. You were absolutely right as the players on long do back away. We still have Robin Nasty over there, though. But it is going to be Rom that retreated. Cryptix finds one, though, onto Sliggy as he tried to push up short. That's going to be once again Vexstar starting things off, taking an advantage. Another one comes on through as Rom finds a player. And the health bars aren't looking great for Fish either.
No, 2 tagged up players, Weber considerably more. And again, Rattlesnake, much as he did in the pistol, going to be flanked all the way around to T-spawn. But the UMP, it's not the most long-range gun. You can see it's not working out. Tries to get the tags off, but isn't able to knock Weber down off his feet as he backs off into the tunnel. There's still a bit of short control. And the B push from Kita going to go punish there from Cryptix. We do see a follow-up from Windansky onto the flanking Rattlesnake, but Cryptix is still on the B site. And Weber's going to be an easy dispatchment from him. All onto Windansky now, but he's got the flank coming out through the smoke. And Bishop going to isolate him and finish off that round once again for Vexstar. A 4-1 scoreline now, and with no bomb plant from Fish, despite bringing up the loss bonus in their favour, they still aren't going to have enough to buy. It's going to be one more eco, and then they will have the full buy, and they're going to have AWPs as well.
Yeah, that is going to be Cryptix. Going to happily pick up that AWP. I believe that's the AWP that Windansky bought, or Kita, sorry, bought a couple of rounds ago. He's going to be just happy to hold on to that one, and even deciding not to go for helmets, realising that against AKs that would make a difference, but actually they're against pistols, so I think it probably would have been worth the extra $350 just to invest in those helmets and play it a little bit safer in this round.
Yeah, that is true, but again, they do have utility, which is going to be great at getting that long here. And you can see the flashbang, great effect there. Robin's going to kick off the first, but Sliggy does trade out Rom, and Robin going to follow up with another as well. That's 2 kills for him, and it's going to go very favourable as he just sprays down another. Rattlesnake supports, but he has to get that reload in, and Weber taking advantage, finds a shot off. He still has only got a Tech 9 in his hands, and Bishop going to be favoured. The lack of armour pulling him down, and Vexstar another round on the board. But Fish, as I mentioned, the buy is going to be very lucrative here. They've got the double AWP as well. This is a real switch up on the T side. You don't typically see this, but a 5-1 deficit for them, it is going to be understandable. They want to switch things up and they want to surprise Vexstar. This is going to do the exact thing. 2 AWPs on the CT side as well, so we see an interesting buy from both teams. Yeah,
absolutely. This is going to be a long-range round, it's safe to say, as we've got double AWP for both sides here. Let's see how this one's going to pan out. It's Mighty Max starting things off right for Fish123, and this is a much-needed round for them. They can't really afford to keep on losing them. They're already 4 down at this stage. They found the opening frag, and now with complete short control, they can start to look towards the safe site, but Rom is going to be laying in wait. He has that AWP in hand to be able to do some serious damage, but fully blinded here. Nobody there to punish.
Yeah, just Molotov goes down, he backs off, and that's going to force Sliggy back from going for that early AWP peak. So Fish, while they may have found the man advantage, they aren't going to be doubling it down here as they just wait for the Molotov to extinguish over towards short so they can mount their push. And again towards middle, a bit of potential aggression from Windansky, bit of counter smoke from this T side to stop at least this push from Rattlesnake. He's very up close and personal, holding that short angle there, and Sliggy once again going to retry his peek onto A. We do have Rom there with the AWP on car, which is a very dangerous position as well, so he needs to be careful with his push, but the smoke going out CT. I can imagine flashes will follow and Ron. He can't afford to miss these shots here as this full push comes through. Windansky jumping into the smoke. He misses the shot. The Rattlesnake's going to take him down. A bit of a whiff there, and Weber, he will follow up, at least taking down the AWP, but Rattlesnake, they need to dispatch of him, and they're not going to be able to do so. He finds another, putting it back into a 3-on-3, but the bomb going down in the meantime, so Fish, they have an opening into this round.
Rattlesnake's managed to pull himself to a bit of a safer position, but as I say that, Weber and Keita both pick up one for themselves. Robin Nasty finds himself alone on the server, and he's in a 1 versus 3. Let's see what he's going to be able to do with this M4 in hand. Finishes off Weber while blinded, pushes straight onto the site. I think he's going to be caught with his pants down, though, as there's a player to his right. Keita doesn't land the shot, but is enough of a distraction for Mighty Max to finish off Robin Nasty. Fish123, they grab themselves around, but look how much cash is still here for Vexstar. They can easily go for a rebuy. I
feel like that position over towards the corner box that we just saw Max play, no one ever checks that. When you see a short plant come in and someone jumps on the bomb, they always just hold short straight away. They never clear that close right angle with utility, and it's just such an unexpected position despite it being such a common one to be used from the T side. So it's always nice to see that utilised, and obviously getting the better of Vexstar finally to pick up their first round. And they are going to be switching up the pace a little bit. Sliggy kicking things off, but Bishop's just going to be holding down short with great effect as he finds Weber, and now it's suddenly going to go very badly for Fisher's Vexstar. They will double down and get themselves a 2-for-1 trade here, so things aren't looking great in the mid to B split. Not even a split, just a full push is going to come through. Max does find another. Rattlesnake trading things out with a double, but it's all on Windansky. He has to hit this shot, and he does do so, but the bomb's going to be down. Cryptics, why are you peeking? Your teammate's coming in from behind, and Windansky's going to be fully aware. Finds that headshot as well. Robin's going to fall, and now it's a 1v1 with Cryptics on 17 HP. There is so much potential for Windansky to win this one, but look at this play. Cryptics playing very, very cleverly, knowing that Windansky knows he's on B. So it's just going to be pushing all the way in through the T-spawn. This could be massive.
Let's see what Cryptics can do with this one. Windansky still hanging around mid. Did he see him there? I'm not 100% sure. Windansky, I'm pretty sure
yeah,
spotted.
Look at the chat.
Yeah, Keita's aware of what's going on, and that is going to be the bomb going down. So here we go. Cryptics now going to be playing on the retake. 17 HP to work with. This is not going to be a fun one to try and retake, but on the upside, for the likes of Cryptics, if he can find the shot, no he can't. Windansky gets the shot, and that is going to be Fish123 pretty much back into this game now with 2 on the trot. They're not just going to get that horrible economic reset or anything like that. They are actually back into this game.
Rom even called the position there in chat, knowing exactly where he's playing. The Molotov forcing him out of position, but he still is able to get the shot, and that's going to be the clutch as well. 1v3 for Windansky, so a pretty massive round there. And now we do just see a bit of a charity shot buy from Vexstar. They got a scout, they got a pistol, and they got a triple rifle buy as well. Utility is going to be very stinted though, as you can see Fish are looking pretty good on their economy for the time being. But Rattlesnake, he wants to switch things up, pushing up into middle. We do see him do this. So far, he's pushed pretty much every round here on the CT side. And I mean, I can't blame him. It has been working well. So he's going to be holding the lower angle, but as this smoke dissipates, he is going to have to back off because it means that no one's got his top mid there. So it's going to be far more dangerous just to sit in the exposed area. But Bishop going to be kicking things off. Does drop Keita over towards B.
Certainly does, and using that scout to great effect. You can see on the minimap, Fish definitely erring towards this B site. Rattlesnake pushing super aggressively, and that's going to be Cryptics with him as well, winning out those aim battles, getting the crossfire on the go. Now Weber hanging around towards tunnels, maybe looking for a frag as someone pushes forward. He knows that the bomb is there, but it's going to be a trade once again. Windansky is going to end up going down, and it's 4 versus 1. Weber, nothing he can do in that situation. As Bishop, he's upgraded his scout and he's turned it into an AWP.
Yeah, indeed, and actually keeping a lot of economy on the CT side after going for that mixed buy. And Fish, on the other hand, economy's not looking good for them. No bomb plant and no loss bonus really, as it's only on 1400 after losing 1, so they are going to be on a very low buy here. A bit of a quasi. I'm not too sure. Can we have a look at the scoreboard really quickly? That's weird. They've left Windansky on 2.8k, but the rest of them actually going for the force. I thought it was a quasi at first, but yeah, they're not able to afford a full buy, so just going for some pistols here as Windansky forfeits the armor. But straight off the bat, Rattlesnake kicking it off once again with this aggression that we talk about.
Yeah, here we go with Bishop with a nice little flick there. Does manage to get one onto Windansky. That's going to mean actually Rob coming in with the P90. He's only got 1 frag on the board. He needs this one, and there it is going to be onto Weber. Sliggy now. He's got a Desert Eagle in his hand, but what is he going to be able to do with it? That's the question. He's up against 4 players. The answer is very likely not a whole lot here, unless he can pull out some kind of... I think Robin Nasty spotted him, and there's going to be a bullet through his head. So now, Vexstar once again on the front foot right now, 7-3. And once again, getting a very convincing buy. Now just Glocks for the likes of Fish.
And I mean, we weren't expecting this kind of scoreline straight off the bat for the first map, and I think a lot of it can be attributed to at least Rattlesnake. We've seen his setups, at least pushing into B with Cryptics a couple of rounds ago. Stuff like that, allowing the CTs to get themselves an early frag by pushing in, and even little setups like this at mid, I love to see, and you see it so much in the UK CS scene as well, so it's always fun to see, you know, a bit of a CT aggression that we may not see as much in other leagues as well. So I mean, Rattlesnake at least bringing some tactical approaches for this CT side team in terms of getting aggressive, getting picks, and it's working out very well for them, but they are going to have to continue it throughout the rest of the whole series, so obviously they've got to have a few tricks up their sleeve if they want to win this one as Fish. They are known to be the aimers here, but with pistols I can't imagine they've got too much to win.
Well, it is going to be one of the players, Rom, actually going to be going down in the end. Sliggy finding the first kill, but it's traded back by Bishop. There's 1-2 for Weber, in fact. And this is going to be the pistols working out for Fish123. 4 of them still remaining, but Rattlesnake is going to make a change to that, and Cryptics chimes in. 2 for Rattlesnake now, as he looks for a third, and will be able to find it onto Keita. All in all, it is going to be Vexstar taking another round. I think that was a 2 versus 4 as well.
That was. What a comeback there. Great work from Rattlesnake just to completely euthanize Fish there. And they will still have money to buy in this one, and an AWP as well, but it's not going to be the best buy you could imagine. Really not much utility on this side. Windansky on none as he buys that AWP for Keita, and not a single Molotov to put between the team as well. So a little bit of a low buy, but still, they need to get this bomb down if they want to secure economy for the next round, or it's just going to be another 3.4k loss with no money. And straight off the bat again, aggression in mid here from Weber, gets called out from Rattlesnake, so now the man advantage, but he does do considerable damage onto 2 of these players, and Max able to push up onto this cat area, gets caught out though, and the dink comes through, followed up by the body shot, and Robin just holding down short from sight with massive effect. 2 kills from him, another from Rom towards long, and Fish, they just seem like they have no tactical approach. Solo pushing onto the site, their trade game is entirely weak, and just allowing Vexstar to exploit every single issue they have. This is a 9-3 scoreline, Joe, and I don't know about this, but this is looking very dominant.
The biggest issue they've got right now is, you know, I will just quickly say as well, like, this is the style that you expect out of Fish123, right? Just looking for aim battles, looking to try and just outplay your opponents mechanically. But if you're not winning the aim battles, if you can't actually land those headshots, that style isn't a style anymore. It's just going into bad trades.
And if you play with that kind of style, you've got no backup plan typically. Why would you prefer aim battles over tactical play? And clearly the fact they're taking these aim battles means maybe they don't have the the most prepared setups in the world, which is a real issue when you're playing for this kind of important match. You know, the winner of this is going to qualify for Comic-Con to play as well with M&M Gaming. So you've really got to bring out your all. And right now, Fish, they just aren't doing that. Vexstar are completely tearing them apart, and with great effect. But Fish able again to get a buy up, and this time they go for the triple orb. I mean, why the hell not? If you're losing 10-3, I'm not going to criticise you. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is what you need to pull yourselves back into the game. It'd certainly be the element of surprise in your favour. Sliggy, fortunately, unable to land that opening tag through the double doors. I mean, it's not particularly often that we see that actually land, so not too much of a criticism to him there. Bishop is going to get tagged out though in mid, so maybe has to back away from that one now and sets himself up over towards A.
Yeah, safer setup here. And this is going to be a chance where maybe Fish can exploit. The lack of mid-control is apparent here, and while we do have this one player spotting the doors as well as the combo from Bishop, throw a smoke down there, he's not going to push through it with an AWP, and there's only Rattlesnake to hold the doors as a defense from Vexstar. So Fish, if they can just be aware of this and find this information, they could easily go for a mid to B split that could actually favour them quite heavily. But right now their setup is very based towards short. They have Keita being flashed over, trying to look for a pick, but the counter flash is just going to hold him back for the time being, and a very slow round from them here. But again, they need to probe for some information before they fully commit to an area.
Yeah, and we are running out of utility on both sides right now. Mighty Max still with 4 grenades. We'll see how he opts to use them right now. He's going to be...
Look at this angle though from Mighty Max. He's pushed himself into CT. This is going to be a bit of an interesting split here as they go towards a B site. Sliggy finds a pick as well, but Rattlesnake, they still haven't finished him up towards the doors. He's going to be able to drop that mid player. Mighty Max going down, but still the tunnels control that he has to worry about as he is the lone defender on B. Sliggy, he finds a second, and now it's going to be a 4v3 deficit here for the Vexstar side. Rattlesnake has to step up massively here, and he will start to do so. Drops a bomb, follows up as well. That's going to be a nice headshot to Windansky. And two more players pushing into tunnels, both with orbs. He's just going to headshot them out the server, finds another onto Weber, and it's all on Sleggy. What has just happened? It's just been completely torn apart on Vexstar. What a massive round. Rattlesnake pulling it out of the dirt there. And we're going into the last of the half with no bomb plant again for Fish. There is no money.
I love how you're like, Rattlesnake, he really has to pull this one out, and then immediately just like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
4 bullets, 4 headshots. Easy peasy. That round's in the pocket. Beautiful stuff coming out from Rattlesnake. That is going to mean Fish123. They are up the creek without a paddle at this point in the game. Bishop pushing super aggressively up mid. Will be able to get away with his life. And actually, that's the bomb down. Oh, disaster. This is almost certainly the round going to go the way of Vexstar unless they just simply lose fights right now. Rom will be able to find one onto Windansky. And Rattlesnake once again in a situation where he's outnumbered, but that's not stopped him in the past. And he's going to be looking for the spray onto Weber as well. Players will be coming from B site shortly, though, so he does need to be careful. The rest of his team seems to be here as well. Weber finds one with Tech 9 though.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to call it this early in the first map, but I'm sensing the word tilt. A solo push into mid with the bomb, with no teammate to trade. I don't know. I won't call it too early, but it seems a bit interesting of a play there. But still, Fish, they might actually have an avenue into this round. If Weber can hold his flank and spot out Rom here, maybe able to catch that player with 20 HP, but you can see the spray coming through anyway. Mighty Max actually does drop Bishop in the meantime, and it's all on Rom towards top middle, but he's going to get caught out. Finally, a round for Fish to play with, so now they have a buffer after losing the pistol, if that does happen in the second half. So obviously we're going to go into that second half, and we're going to see how it works out for Fish, but Vexstar coming in with not only confidence, but 11 rounds.
Yeah, and I've got to say, if Fish want to get back in this game, this pistol is all or nothing for them. I think it's fair to point out, because Vexstar, they have a huge lead built up for themselves. But I'm already having flashbacks to last week when we saw Vexstar versus Heinz, or now M&M. You know, we saw Vexstar, or I think it was actually Heinz on the first map that managed to go 11-4 up. And then the second half, it was like whoever was CT would get 11-4. That was just the rule on Cash. We'll see whether that's going to be the same here on Dust 2, or whether it's going to be Vexstar actually managing to finish this game off. And that was the thing. Vexstar just didn't seem to be able to finish the games up against M&M. We'll see whether that's going to be a different story against Fish, or whether it is going to be Fish managing to pull themselves back here onto Dust 2. This is only a best of 3, so losing a map this quickly would be disastrous for Fish123 in terms of the whole series.
Yeah, look at this Weber. This is what aggression looks like. Running up top middle, but he's just going to get executed. Robin Nasty finding that shot off through the edge of the box after the dink. And I mean, Vexstar already kicking off the round, not like they need it, with a one-man frag, and Bishop going to follow up as well. This just seems like a bit of a shutdown here. We may have Mighty Max to try and equalise things up, and while I say that, Windansky actually getting the frag onto Bishop on long, and now Fish have a bit more of an avenue, but Robin just going to deny that, finds another headshot towards mid, changes up pistols for the third time in the round, and Mighty Max is going to get the better of him, drops him, now to 2v3, but again, Vexstar, they have all the map control to work with, and the lack of B emphasis here from Fish is going to be, they are fully aware to push in towards the tunnels here, and Max is going to be none the wiser.
Here we go, the B site is going to be the call. Rom looking for a kill over towards mid, but it is going to be Mighty Max back onto the scene. He's heard the bomb being planted. He's going to look for Rattlesnake. Will be able to get this one, though. I think Rattlesnake should be able to shut down. He's in the smoke still, just hiding away. They are going to tip-tap on through, but he's down to 20 HP. He should be going down here. There's no way he should be able to win this round, but we've seen crazier things happen. Rattlesnake, incredibly low, has to reload, though. It does get shut down in the end. Rattlesnake just about clinches that one. That was dicey territory right there for Vexstar.
Yeah, not looking good at all. And I mean, Fish again fighting an uphill battle as they're just left on these pistols. Bit of armor as well to work with, but Dansky could get a scout here to switch things up, but I think he's just going to reside on that pistol as he saves the AWP later. It seems like he's been buying the AWP pretty much every round for this this team, and then dropping it for Keto. I'm not too sure why, but a bit of an interesting meta change maybe. But either way, the SMG's up for Vexstar, so they're just trying to switch things up. They've got 4 of them, in fact, and they're going to be great at shutting down these players in very close range engagements. And Keita just running in through the middle area. Going to have to back off on shorts. We do see the original kill, first kill come out from Bishop. He's going to try and follow up as well. Taking this long control, but he's going to go down to Windansky there. No armor as well, so a bit of an issue for him. But regardless, I think Vexstar should just be able to mow down these remaining Fish players.
Yeah, these certainly should. As 4 versus 3, only pistols in hands of the Fish players. We do have Keita and Weber with some armor, so maybe they can do something. Apparently they can. 2 kills get taken, and now 2 versus 2. UMP in the hands of Keita. This is actually looking doable for Fish, but they are on the retake. Never a good situation to be in. Mac-10 and MP7 are going to be waiting on the other side of this wall.
Especially not on the B side, such a hard site to retake, and with the utility that we still see on Vexstar, oh my god, Max. Well, the utility we did see on Vexstar a second ago before he got shot in the face. Cryptic's going down, it's all on Rattlesnake. Max isn't armoured though, but Keita's going to push him first. Max should be Fish to the fodder, but no, he's going to get taken down. Or Rattlesnake is at least. But Max finding that kill.
Yeah, so Max finding the kill. 2 really nice kills in that round, especially the one as he looked up towards window, just flicks and takes the headshot with the AK. Such an important round there for Fish to actually keep them in this game, keep them swimming, if you will. Vexstar not going to have a convincing buy, but they are going to semi-force up here, not going to spend all of their cash, but Deagles and Tech 9s are going to be the call, a couple of bits of armor, but look at the buy coming out from Fish123, all sorts coming out from them, but most importantly, AWP in the hands of Sliggy.
Indeed, and Weber on this Bison, it's going to be nasty, but maybe not, as Robin just executes in there towards middle. They're going to full rush up short here, but we do have this Goose player, and Windansky, a very spicy position indeed, and M4 as well. This is going to be a perfect 30 rounds of madness as Cryptics. He's going to bait peek into it. He's not going to commit to the fight, and now Windansky, the flash comes in, he can take it, takes down one, but there's still another short player, and Max will dispose of another. It's all going to be on Robin on short, but Windansky's 1 HP left, and Robin just going to find the headshot onto Sliggy there to drop that rotation. And now he has to find 3 more, and it's going to be very unlikely, but Windansky is low, and he's still going to get the kill. Very brave peek there. I'm not sure how necessary it was, but he took him down at the end of the day, so I'm not going to criticise too much. And Fish keeping it alive, but for how long, really? Halfway there in terms of their rounds versus Vexstar. We will see Vexstar have a lot of confidence into this one. They're still going to go for the buy despite not having a full one come out, but again, the loss bonus not favouring them too heavily, so it is understandable.
So still double the rounds right now for Vexstar, but so far this half really not been doing them too well at this stage. Fish managing to grab themselves a couple of rounds. We said the pistol was going to be incredibly important here, but Fish, they managed to lose their pistol and they're still doing just about alright off the back of it. But now with 3 AKs in the hands of Vexstar players, let's see if they can actually turn this into a round. Sliggy says no though, as Rom is going to get taken on out. Windansky just going to be holding onto mid as pretty much default setup right now for Vexstar. 2 in tunnel, or 2 on short, sorry, 1 in tunnels, and then 1 over towards that B site. I don't know where they're going to go from this one, whether they actually commit to B here or whether they'll look to rotate. Mighty Max taking out Rattlesnake is probably going to mean that maybe B is not the site for them.
It was looking like a mid to B split with the setup of the T's, but now after that pick, it's just going to straight up turn to a short push. And again, Sliggy going to be another execution from him. Bishop does return fire though, so it is a 2v4. And Fish, they are going to rotate in due time as well. Maybe allowing this bomb plant is not too much of an issue for them. They just want to have all their forces together, but maybe a bomb plant isn't going to be necessary with Windansky. He comes in from the flank, finds one. Bishop does trade, but surely he can't go for a bomb plant in a 3v1 when they're all aggressive on his position. The safe one does come out though.
He's going to go for it in the end, gets away with the plant, and now he's going to struggle to get into a good position to take this fight. I'm not sure there is a good position for a 3v1, and Weber is going to find the shots in the end. Bishop, unfortunately, unable to take that scenario. That means Fish, once again, winning yet another round. They're closing this gap between the 2 teams. Maybe I cursed it slightly when I mentioned the CT side seemingly OP here in the UK scene. Seems to be the case indeed. Well, here we go. Fish now, once again, with a very convincing bite from this CT side. I've got to be honest, Vexstar, they just chill out for a couple of rounds and just allow themselves to build up some cash. They'll be able to grab one of these rounds someday.
Yeah, this is the issue, because they're going to have this confidence after such a dominant half, but it will slowly catch up with them, and it's going to be right on their backs before they even realise it. A couple more buy rounds, maybe a couple of ecos, and then it'll be equal footing ground. And you mentioned it, the CT side, very OP. Yeah, it was. That was disgusting. But again, follow up here from Sliggy. He's going to defend for a little bit of time. It gets traded eventually. Weber does drop another from CT, and now it is going to be a 2v3. But again, Vexstar, they have 2 unarmored players. This is dangerous territory for them. It's all it's going to take is 1 bullet to really give them that aim punch, which will allow Fish just to finish off the kill. And a couple of Molotovs as well, going to be hugely dangerous against armorless players. But the bomb going down, so a bit of a chance for them. And Fish, they are going to be coming in for this retake. Mighty Max in short and Weber in CT.
See what they're going to be able to do about this one. The molly's going on in.
Oh,
Cryptic's just about gets away with it in that corner. That was so close to getting him, but they're running out of time at this point. They've got to make this push happen. Weber going to be the one pushing up first, and Cryptic's is going to be there to answer for it. Mighty Max, though, does find one, but in the end, Cryptic shuts him down. Hat-trick in the bag, and it is going to be a round as well. Vexstar, 13 on the board now. They're getting dangerously close to match point, and Fish123 with barely any money to work with. Do they force up here? Looks like the answer is going to be a yes.
But the issue now for Vexstar they've got to take into account is if Fish win this round, the loss bonus is going to be reset, meaning they won't have any more money to work with. They need to pick up a double round. And obviously with the triple long setup, it's going to be made a little bit harder, but alleviated the pressure from Rom as he finds that first pick onto Windansky. And now they're just going to file out of this smoke here. We do have a bit of defense from Keita, but the ammo is very low there on that CZ. Luckily, Sliggy will come in for support and does land up one kill, or at least a bit of damage for Keita to finish off, and tries to follow up with an eagle. Does do so, in fact. Yeah. And now it's going to be a 3-on-3 as we see Vexstar continue to put pressure on long.
Sliggy looking for a third there. I love this aggressive play from him. On a scout and a deagle, he doesn't actually have that much to lose, and now he's found himself an AK. He found himself a kill in a bit as well. I think he got a collateral with his scout partway through that round and tagged multiple players in a singular bullet. But now Vexstar changing the pace here. Still 2 versus 3. Definitely in favour of Fish, but if Rattlesnake can do what he does best, and that's take heads off the shoulders, this is still very doable. We'll be able to find that player. I wasn't sure if he was going to connect the shots in the end there. Throws the bomb across the gap, and now they get into after plant positions. Neither of the players on Fish's side are anywhere near right now, and they've got a long way to go to get this retake.
But look at this position here from Rattlesnake. They are not going to be expecting this, and Weber, he's got no armor. It's only going to take one bullet again, and Rattlesnake just coming in through middle, may be able to catch out this lone AWPer as Sliggy tries to push him through the tunnel. There we go. There's the headshot. Now it's all on Sliggy. Does find one onto the tunnel. Rom going down, and now it's a 1v1. Rattlesnake has a molly, though, for the bomb, but he's left on 20 HP. It's going to be difficult, but he just peeks into it there. Bit unaware of the position of Sliggy, and he's going to take him down as well. So will be a defuse, and now Fish, they've reset the economy of Vexstar, but the bomb did go down, allowing them a little more money to work with, but they still aren't going to be able to at least constitute a full buy into this.
And this is the situation where I think force up again.
Risky
Vexstar, they are playing a risky game right now, and it's the kind of game that will punish you very heavily if you commit to this kind of force and force again style of play. Weber actually going with a P90 here. I want to see what he's going to do with that one. It's going to be about Mighty Max though, as he finds 2 with the up. Completely blinded though, but Windansky will chime in as well. 2 terrorists remaining as they've got control of the B site, but for how long? They've got to get this bomb down ASAP, but Windansky is coming on up behind them. They're running out of time to actually get this bomb down.
And the nade, though, doing great damage onto Rom as well from Windansky. So suddenly these 2 players on the T side are so severely tagged up, it's going to be dangerous for them. And Rom has to move his position as the Molotov comes through, but now he's exposed to the tunnels. And Windansky, he's waiting for the right angle there as that smoke begins to dissipate. Robin as well baiting towards the car, but he's going to get taken down. And there we go, it's just full execution as Fish come back in with the refrags. Retake goes in and defuse as well for Fish. That force buy from Vexstar proving to be completely futile.
Yeah, this is actually pretty bad news for Vexstar at this point. Fish are catching up fast. However, they don't have that much in terms of the cash either. They're not doing fantastically themselves. They obviously have got a convincing buy this round, but when you look at the buffer, when you look at the rebuy available for them, it's really not looking amazing. However, on the side of Vexstar, we've got some upgraded pistols, but not fully committing to the round this time, so they should be able to rebuy next round. Here we go, it's all about Keita, finds one for himself with this AWP, should get shut down and will be able to do so. Rattlesnake taking that one for himself with a P250, and that means he's grabbed himself an AWP as well. So, good start to this round for Vexstar, definitely a trade that favours them.
Yeah, Windansky Molotov very, very safely, but Rattlesnake, this is a great position, but he is going to go unnoticed for the time being. Windansky doesn't expect it, but he still doesn't find the kill. 12 HP thanks to that Molotov, but Windansky has no more lethal nades to hold him down, can just smoke and flash him out of that position, but damage has been done, the position been given away, and Rattlesnake just going to throw that AWP over to Cryptic at least, who may have a little more luck with it thanks to being a very considerably higher HP there. And Fish, again, they are going to be very favoured in this one. They still have the weaponry to work with, but the utility being slightly lackluster on the CT side, they're going to have to take these aim battles because Vexstar should be in positions to really force this one. As You can see they start to put pressure towards A. This is going to be some long split come out with the short play as well. Maybe a bit of distraction towards short with the utility that they have while this long push comes out. We have one player towards pit for them to deal with. Meanwhile, Sliggy, he does find Rattlesnake after that Molotov, burning him down to 20. And Cryptic's trying to refrag over towards short as Robin. He takes down the pit player, and now things are looking a little more doable. If Cryptic's can catch out this player, which he does, Sliggy goes down, and now two more retaking in a 2-on-3 here. Robin may be able to further cement this round for the side of Vexstar, but Fish, they're going to be coming in hot for the retake.
Weber loves playing from CT. We're seeing this multiple rounds now. And he's going to slowly but surely push up two players down toward long, though. This is going to be a difficult angle to actually push from at this stage. Cryptics with the ult, but Rom gets shut down right here by Mighty Max. Robin Nasty going to peek out, though, and is going to be traded straight back. Cryptics versus, or Mighty Max, sorry, is going to be there once again with a hat trick.
Why would Robin peek that? Bombs down for him, he only has to reposition back off into the pit area, and then he can just headshot Glitcher from such a long range, especially with the time it would take for Max to fully defuse that. It's going to be such a huge advantage, but no, just going for the fight and throwing away the round because of it. A bit of a misplay there on the Vexstar side, but still, double digits have been found from Fish, and now things are, as I said, looking dangerous. It's only going to take a couple of buys, especially with all these forces that Vexstar have been showing us. It's really not working out, and in the long run, you can get 11 rounds, but if you've only got 2 on this T side, it's going to be dangerous, and Fish, they're all going to be bringing the fight to them.
The biggest issue you're going to find, Keita with a nice little aggressive kill onto Rattlesnake. Biggest issue you're going to find with trying to apply logic to that kind of situation is they weren't doing it because it was a solid play, they were doing it for the banter. Here we go. Vexstar now pushing up toward long, looking towards that A site, but we are going to have Sliggy hanging on around. He's been doing fantastically with the AWP so far this game. We'll see whether he can continue that performance. Looks like the answer is going to be a yes on that one as he shuts down Bishop. And that is going to really put a spanner in the works for Vexstar. It's long push. Not looking quite as attractive right now. Keita going to spot out Robin Nasty on short as well. He's going to continue to go for this aim battle, though, in the end. Keita does tag him slightly, and he decides to back away.
That just shows a difference in play from Fish, him not committing to the fight there until he has a teammate flash him in, but still, Rom's going to be able to position himself down into CT now, which gives a little more leverage for the side of Vexstar, but getting caught out from behind, Weber drops him, and look at that push through the smoke. Keita just double playing him, pushes in as soon as the smoke goes down, and then comes out from behind to drop Robin. He had no idea where he'd gone. A great play from him, and that's why Rom pushed into CT as well, thinking that Keita had dropped down from short, in fact, but the smoke just warding him off, allowing him to push into that angle. Really funny play there, but now you can see, as I called it, it's getting dangerous, and Vexstar, they've only just realised it. Pause coming out, but maybe could just be too little too late.
Yeah, I think you might be right on that one. We'll have to wait and see, though. Keita playing Jack in the Box in that last round, pops out the smoke at the last second. But all in all, Vexstar, maybe it's just a matter of Fish needed a half to warm up, because right now, you know, what we were saying in the first half was, quite simply, Fish were playing this style where they just search for aim battles, and that was just simply not working out when they were on that T half. Now that they're on the CT side, they're absolutely finding every single duel that they want. They're doing a fantastic job to just win out every single scenario. And Vexstar really struggling to do the same. We're going to have Deagles coming out from them in this round as the unpause will come through once again. Let's see what they can actually do with these hand cannons.
Probably not much, judging by the confidence that's got to be in the side of Fish here. They've been playing very, very cleverly at least, which has been good to see. A definite, as you said, switch up from the first half, and if they can just continue it, it may just be the win for them in this first map of the best of 3. And for those who only just joined, the winner of this is going to be heading to Comic-Con. The dates are 28th to the 30th of October here to play. Also with M&N Gaming, previously Heinz, who've also qualified last week. Vex, they are going to be putting a lot of pressure towards mid. Bomb's still outside of B, so I'm guessing some kind of late mid to B split, but they have got these players up short, so it's just going to be a bit of information game for the time being, or maybe probing or causing some rotation. But as I say that, Bishop, he's going to be the man to take the fight down mid. Weber just jump spotting it, which is a really safe play. They know they're only up against pistols, so they don't want to take close range engagements, and that's going to favour them massively here with the rifles, but again, we know what the Deagles are like. They are hand cannons indeed.
Well, unfortunately, not quite a hand assault rifle. That's going to be a nice little shot, though. Trading evenly so far. 3 versus 3 still, but no rifles picked up just yet for the likes of Vexstar. Still going to have to use those Deagles and find those headshots. Done a decent job so far, though, and actually taking control of this A site. So the bomb will now go down, and I think that's the most important thing. in this round. They actually be able to get that tiny little bit of bonus cash.
The Eagles are so good for post plants as well. You can just hold an angle with those things and they are so effective. You can see already a bit of aggression towards Shaw. Max is going to get tagged down, and again 2 shots coming into him. The second just through the edge of the wall, and Weber, he needs to find his headshot. They're still in a 3v3 despite the bomb being down for a considerable amount of time, and now finally it's going to switch up in the favour of this T side now. Weber, he has to realise there's a player towards a close right angle. We've already talked about this. He doesn't. Tries to stick the bomb, but going to get taken down in the meantime, and it's all on Keita. Finds that first as well, but there's just simply no time. This is going to be a round for Vexstar, I think, unless he can stick it. Oh, so close. Robin does finish off though, and Vexstar 14 rounds. It's getting very close, and that was an eco win as well.
Robin Nasty with 4 kills across that round. He pretty much picked Vexstar up and put them in his backpack. Now they can actually afford to get some weaponry. It's going to be Rom grabbing that up. Once again, 4 grenades on each of the players from Vexstar, aside from the AWPer. And it's a very sorry situation coming out from Fish123. An UMP, an MP4, and just those Desert Eagles. Let's see if they can do to Vexstar what Vexstar just did to them when it comes to the upgraded pistols.
Oh my god, look at that play though. They're just so aware he's pushed up mid thanks to the suicide player, and they just split in through lower tunnel to take him down. Keita gets dropped, and now the mid aggression from Windansky to put things back in their favour. Not going to do so, but Weber instead trading it out to put it into a 3-on-3. But still this relentless aggression from Vexstar towards middle. They want to take the fight to them, but Mighty Max is pushing up. I'm not sure why that made sense, but he's going to get taken down meanwhile, and Sliggy, he has the flank on, but Robin just fully aware of it. He has to back off here. 14 HP. I'm not sure he's going to make it out alive, and he won't. Gets taken down from Cryptics, and now it's all on Weber towards middle. The bomb getting chucked up, and he's going to wait for this angle with the smoke just warding him off, and that's going to be Robin finding that headshot there to secure Vexstar their 15th round and their match point now. This is only going to be one more on Fish. They're only on the 1900 loss bonus. There's nothing they can do in terms of money.
Well, I tell you what, I didn't expect the battle for match point to be a team deathmatch over mid doors. Certainly not what I would have predicted, but that's the way that round was going to go in the end. And now Vexstar, they're 1 away from taking Dust 2. Nowhere near as confident of a victory as we were expecting, to be honest, considering their first half. Mighty Max pushing aggressively, but Keita has already been shut down. We've got to see something magic come out of the Fish players right now, because it is a 3 versus 5 already. Bishop hanging out over towards Long. I don't know if he's actually going to be able to spot out that player. I think he spotted him, but not going to be able to find the kill, and the rotation will come on through. It looks like A site is going to be the call right now, as they know there's at least a couple of players over towards B. But
still, that smoke just keeping 2 players from Fish on the B site, which is just a wrong call to make here. But Sliggy's still going to go down with a scout, and now Windansky tagging out towards Long does do considerable damage. Bishop down to 3 HP, but Weber, he's still committed to this B site, waiting for the flank play to come through. But you know, Vexstar just playing safe. They're going to be getting the ball now. They're not going to be chasing this one for the time being, but I can imagine they will do shortly as Weber. He's just situated towards middle. Should be it. Ron finds him. That's going to be it. Vexstar 16-11. Not a predicted outcome by any means there. And at one point was looking like Fish had the comeback in the bag, but it's going to be the map to Vexstar.
Certainly is, and quite a surprising result there. We both predicted that Fish were going to take it, and unfortunately really not the case. And we said as well,